that it's all about empowering yourself. And what a better way than to have this famous, wonderful book writer, Stacey Chillemi. Is that correct? Did I get it right there?
Stacey Chillemi. You're close enough.
Chillemi. Oh, Chillemi. Okay, thank you. Now, I did it right the first time. Oh, my goodness, right here. It's so good to have you in the studio here with us right now. Listen, first of all, a question that I want to ask you, of course, as we get it on here. And by the way, if you're just now tuning in to Nights Over Las Vegas Prime Time with the Commander, we're reaching over 205 countries, 800 U.S. American cities, and 1 million of you. So if you're out there on the iPhone, download the app, Apple Music, search 22.3 TakeOver Vegas Radio. And if you got an Android, any other phone, just put the Tune In app and search 22.3. And if you miss all that, just go to the website, 223TOVR. Hey, listen, Stacey, I have a question about your book. And the first one would be, what are the key elements, that for personal growth and how people start?
The first thing I want to say is that everybody goes through life, and we all have obstacles. But the one thing we have to realize is that we can't get stuck. We have to realize that we can rise above the chaos, we can overcome our obstacles, and we can make our dreams become a reality. And one of the ways that we could actually do that is by starting to work within ourselves. It's mental, physical, spiritual, and really intertwining all of those things together. So the first thing we have to do is really work on our mentality. And really, mindset is very important. And one thing that I've found with many people is that they go through things in life and they are in denial. And one thing that we have to realize is that the problem never goes away. If you put it behind your head, it's still going to be there. You can still go through life, but you're not going to be 100%, and you're not going to be able to reach your full potential in life. And the one thing you want to do is be the best version of you. And a lot of people, when they are in denial, they get stuck, they get depressed, and they can't see themselves advancing in life. And they want to. They have dreams, but they don't think they're good enough. So what they really need to do is start overcoming that denial, realizing that the things that are holding them back in life, the problems that they have, they need to face their problems. And when we start to realize that we have issues that we need to take care of, then, that is the first step. Accepting the things in your life that are going on that need to be tuned up. We're like a car, you need some fine tuning every once in a while.
Yeah.
And the next thing I would say, we need to learn to love ourselves. There are so many people, they wake up in the morning, they look in the mirror while they're brushing their teeth, and they don't want to look in the mirror because they're just not happy with who they are. Mm-hmm. You got to get yourself to that point where you can look in the mirror in the morning and say, I like that person. And if you can't do that, then you need to work on yourself. And I have a whole bunch of different steps that I do with people that can get them to the point where they are happy with the person they see in front of them.
But those of you just tuning in, I'm talking about the book, Empower Yourself. And before I ask the next question, tell everybody where we can get this book and support you as well, because it's fantastic.
The book is sold globally, but the easiest way to get it is through Amazon. Amazon is the best place to go.
Absolutely. And we want to look for the book, Empower Yourself, and that's by Stacey Chillemi.
Yes.
Chillemi. Okay, I'm going to get it just right here. And listen, you know what? My question was, in today's culture, with so much going on, and what you're saying is true, and even people who were very successful, and even people who were just feeling low, like you said, they look at themselves and keep that. What role does mindset play in personal development, and how can one cultivate that into a positive mindset?
Mindset is extremely important, and it's important because without a strong mind, you can't do anything. And you even realize that even with people that don't have strong mindsets and they are struggling in life, it affects you physically. Most illnesses are brought on because they are not thinking in a healthy manner. They are not really focusing on the things they need, and so they're unhappy. They're not reaching their true potential. And 70% of illnesses are caused by stress. So if you're not reaching your full potential, if you're not happy with the person you are, if you're not setting goals and working on your self-esteem to make yourself a better person, you're going to be upset with yourself. And a lot of people become sick and ill because they are not happy. They are struggling. They are stressed. They come home and they are not happy with the person they see. They go to work, they're working, and they don't feel like they're reaching their goals. They may not feel that they're happy with their job. They might not feel that life is going their way. They feel like they're gypped in some way. So everything is affected. But we can change our mindset. We can make ourselves stronger. We can make ourselves more focused and have more clarity and know the direction we want to go to, and really focus on those goals and focus on the things that matter to us. What do we want to do with our lives? Well, you got to set some short-term goals. You need to set some long-term goals. You really need to build on your self-esteem, because most people don't think they're good enough. And, one of the things that I teach is the 10 steps to self-confidence. And I teach people step 1 to step 10, how to build their self-confidence to the point where they can feel like they can go out there and conquer the world. Because we all have the power within us. We just have to learn how to tap into it.
What are some of those barriers that you want to break, we should break as individuals?
A lot of people, when it comes to barriers, they don't feel that they're good enough. They don't feel the self-worth within themselves.
Yeah, you shared that with us. And you know what else is so fantastic? Is there a difference? Is more of this happening to women or men, or is it just life?
I think it's happening to both. I think life affects us traumatically from the moment that we're a child, to the point where we are in the present. Mm-hmm. The things that happen to us change us traumatically in life. They change the way we think, the way we react to things, the way we feel about ourselves, and how far in life we're going to get because of all the trauma and all the things that we went through in life.
This one is really popular, especially for us here in the U.S. and around the world, too. Nutrition and healthy eating.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people I know for a fact, some people say, well, I eat because it makes me feel better. And that's not always a good thing. But in your book, how does that relate? How can people balance the diet with herbal supplements and, natural remedies? What's your feeling about that?
Oh, my God, I could talk about this subject forever.
Okay.
People don't realize, but everything we put in our body has an effect. If you look at studies, people that have ADHD, people that have certain conditions, they've traced it back to the foods they eat. And, and that goes for a lot of different things. Whatever you put in your body, if your body doesn't recognize it, it stores it. And you build up toxins in your body. And those toxins leach onto your organs. They make you unfocused. They can also make you have less clarity. They can, it changes the whole dynamic of your whole body and the way you react to things. Now, for me, personally, I am very careful with what I eat. I always look at the ingredients, and I wasn't always like that. So I'm talking about before, after, and now. When I changed the way I ate, when I changed the way I was living, my health changed dramatically. And I also was more focused. I was energetic. I could think clearly. And the first thing I did was I started to detox. I get all that toxins out of my body. And then I started to put physical exercise into my diet. You don't have to be, a superstar and work at the gym for, 5 hours. You could be 15 minutes of exercise, whatever your body allows you to do it.
Fantastic. Well, listen, I know, boy, time is running because I know you got a lot of TV appearances to make.
Yeah.
First of all, again, would you please tell everybody your name, the book, and why you feel they should have this in their collection to help their lives?
Well, my name is Stacey Chillemi. The book is called Empower Yourself. Don't Let Your Conditions Empower You. And they need this book because this book is for everybody. When I wrote this book, it was for everybody. Everybody has something in life. Mm-hmm. We just have to learn how to overcome it. And the answers are in the book. The answers are step by step. I wrote it in a very simplistic way so people can understand how they can actually overcome things in their life, how they can get through it, tactics they can use to make themselves the person they want to be, that new version of themselves. That person is the new person. When they look in the mirror, they're going to say, yeah, baby, I like who you are.
Yeah, I agree. And I really do appreciate you taking the time to come here. But one last quick question. What role does fruit and vegetables play in our lives? Because some people feel like, oh, if I eat fruit, I'd be healthy. That's me. And then some people feel they drink juices. All this goes to empowering us. How does that element fit in? And before we go here, about a minute.
Fruit, vegetables, probiotics, prebiotics, all these things, our body lacks nutrients. Our body, most people are magnesium deficient. Most people lack vitamin D. Most people lack a lot of things in their body. But when you start feeding your body the things that it needs, it really pumps you up. It changes your body, it changes your thinking, changes everything. And in order to stay healthy, in order to function well, you need to really incorporate, things in our diet. Because as we get older, unfortunately, everything declines. And we got to start pumping those things in so we could grow and we can still have the energy and the clarity and the focus to be the person we want to be.
Well, I see why you wrote this book, Empower Yourself, because you first got to start with yourself.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on Nights Over Las Vegas Primetime with the Commander. Boy, we could, like you say, we could talk for an hour on this. And I always just say, I got something to say. What would you like to say to the world? A million people out there listening to us right now.
Well, I want to tell the whole world to, anything you put in your mind, any wish, any desire, anything that you hope for, it can become a reality. All your dreams can become a reality. You just have to want it bad and take action. You can get it. You just have to take action and read my book.
Hey, and tell them again the name of the book.
Empower Yourself. Don't let your conditions empower you.
By who?
It is by Stacey Chillemi.
Stacey Chillemi. That's where we go, everybody. Thank you so much. You're listening to Nights Over Las Vegas Primetime with the Commander. Reaching over 205 countries, 800 U.S. American cities, and 1 million of you listening. Pick up this book, Empower Yourself.